back and better than ever.
You know, I missed you while we were on break for 15 minutes. We are recording an extra episode this week because I will be on vacation. I'm going to do a road trip with my dad next weekend, so we don't get to record. So we're going to record a little extra today for you, and we're going to do a little Ask Me Anything. I put Ask Me Anything a couple of weeks ago, and it's obviously in the Google, the anonymous Google forum. And so there's lots of things that have been written in. I've been collecting them, and
We're ready to go.
we're ready to go.
Welcome to Dysfunctionally Yours, the podcast where we embrace the chaos, laugh through the struggles, and find hope on the other side of trauma. I'm your host, Brittany, and if you've ever felt like your life was a beautifully messy roller coaster of dysfunction, trust me, you're in good company. Here, we'll have real, raw, and sometimes ridiculous conversations about mental health, relationships, and healing, because let's be honest, life isn't always pretty, but that doesn't mean we can't come out of it stronger and maybe even smiling. So grab a cup of coffee or a glass of bubbles, and let's navigate this wild journey together, dysfunctionally, but never alone.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I can't. I can't. Are we ready? I don't know.
I'm like, are we just jumping
just like,
into that,
and
or like, do we want to talk about, like, I don't know.
I think we take a risk. We let our hair down and we let our feet get wet, Brittany. We just jump into
Speaking of getting your feet wet, actually, this has nothing to do with getting your feet wet, but it popped into my brain when you said it. Did you see that there's an evacuation notice for Ore up in the mountains? Ure?
Is it due to the fires?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so awful, and that's such a beautiful, right? That's little baby Switzerland. Like, it's such a beautiful part of Colorado, and it would be just
Switzerland takes me
devastating if there's so much damage there, and that makes me sad. I was up there a couple of summers ago, and yeah, it was just gorgeous. And we should go to Switzerland. Let's plan a trip. Okay. Question number 1. I have not reviewed all of these. So I don't know what they're about to say.
Well, this is even better. I love it.
So it's not even like I have answers. I don't even have answers prepared. All right. What?
Oh no, my.
If Dysfunctionally Yours became a board game, what would be the worst space to land on? Mine would be a rattlesnake. Don't land there. It'll kill you.
Oh.
You're dead. Womp womp.
Dead. Womp womp.
Don't overthink it. I think you can't overthink it.
Oh God, but now I'm overthinking it because you said not to overthink it. If it was
capitalism.
Oh man, don't get me started on the food quality.
Food quality. You're obsessed right now.
Bleach on our lettuce. I can't.
Maybe that's why I haven't been sick in 3.5 years, because the food's just keeping me so healthy.
I am going to become a farmer and start growing food for the household, because I can't. Like, you gonna tell me that lettuce goes through all these chemicals and then they're packaged in plastic, and then I have to cut the lettuce on my plastic cutting board? Like, I can't.
All right. So, all right, what's something you've healed from that you never thought you would?
You know,
I was gonna say, I was the first thing that popped into my head, and I'm glad that on medication my mouth is slower than my brain, but I have to say it out loud because it made me laugh. But I was like, being gay, but like, I was like, that's not going to land the right way, because you didn't have to heal from that. I was like, more of like the trauma and having to do all of that, of like how awful and horrible that journey would have been, and to be able to come out the other side and be so like proud of yourself. But I was like, thank God my mouth doesn't do that, because I'm like being gay. I apologize.
That's honestly, that's an interesting one. I think honestly, for me, one thing that I feel like I have truly healed from, because ironically, I would argue that for me, like, it's not that I haven't healed from that, but I think it's such an ongoing,
Yeah, for sure.
evolving thing that I'm
Yes.
like, I don't know that I could say that I've healed from that, or that I even necessarily need to.
Yeah, no,
But I think but
absolutely.
just like,
That's
what
why
have you
my
healed
brain
from?
was like,
Gay.
pause.
Um, I you know, I lost my dad when I was very young. I was 16 years old and he died, and it was completely unexpected, and I never thought that I would truly, I don't wanna say get over it, because how do you get over death, right?
Absolutely.
But there was a point in my life where I was just so low that I was like, I don't have my support system. I don't have my parents, because I had
Mhm.
such a contentious relationship with my mother. But here I am at 29 years old, and I think I've made some peace with it. Like, it's not something that and I don't say this to sound like I don't care, but it's not something that I'm like constantly like crying over or worrying about, or like, I try to think of like the good things, like the
Yeah,
good times with him. Like, I'm not focusing on anything that's like negative with him. And I can kind of, like, my way of dealing with things is to be like morbid. And so, like, like for Father's Day, I told Ryan, I was like, go tell my dad happy Father's Day. He's in an urn right next to my bed. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you. But truly, like, I'm in a place where I can kind of like be lighthearted like
yeah,
that, and I'm not gonna get triggered or have a big reaction to it. And part of that was a lot of processing, like through therapy, and
yeah,
I think just recognizing that, like, it was a horrible thing that happened and it changed my life, I think, in many different ways, but it's also made me the person that I am today. And I feel that I am stronger for having overcome such a huge loss so early on in my life.
for sure.
So yeah, I think I feel really, I'm very content. I'm at peace finally, and it took a lot of. I mean, it took until 29 years old for me
Yeah.
to get there. So it took a lot of time, but I'm finally there. I'm like, I can laugh and I can like not be triggered and not dwell.
I think that that's just really important to be able to say and to be able to name, right? I think when you said I've healed, but like it's not that I don't still feel it, right? Like
Yeah,
because I think whenever we talk about I want to be healed or I am healed, we think that that means that the past doesn't still impact us, and it's like it's actually quite the opposite, and that it's that we have found a way to let whatever it is that we're healing from not continue to hurt us, but to
yes,
continue to be so much a part of like who you are and how you grow and how you operate in this world in like a healthy functioning kind of way. It's not because it suddenly didn't happen anymore,
100%.
and that it doesn't still hurt per se. So I think that there's some valuable things in there. I think what have I healed from that I never thought I would? Honestly, like when it happened, I never thought I would be okay again after I got a divorce from my kid's dad.
Mm,
We were so young. That was
that's a
definitely
hard one.
yeah, that was like the first love of my life. We had 2 children together. I was probably really codependent of him because I didn't have a supportive family, and so just really, like, it was him and I, and we traveled the world, and we experienced so many beautiful things together, but, like, I know whenever we were getting divorced, I was like, "I'm never gonna make it through this. This is never I'm never gonna love again. I'm never
I'm
gonna be
never
the
gonna
same
get that. I'm
again."
never gonna get that back. I'm never gonna get those
Yeah,
same feelings. I'm never gonna get to travel and do the things like I
yeah,
thought we would.
right, and I think
And now here you are, strong, independent
right,
woman.
absolutely. I mean, and that was so, so, so long ago, and so I definitely, like, have healed past that a long, long time ago, but, like, the first thing that popped into my brain of like, what did I think I would never heal from was that. The other thing that randomly popped into my brain was, like, the death of my brother, but I knew I would heal from that. I knew I was never gonna be the same again, but I knew I was gonna be okay. So I think so much of those lessons I learned through the divorce with my kid's dad and learning that no matter what, I'm gonna be okay. It might hurt, it might suck, I might hate every minute of it, and I'm gonna
But you're
heal.
gonna get through it.
Absolutely. It's gonna be okay. So I would say that. Okay. Chris,
Oh no.
uh, what's something Brittany does that drives you absolutely insane? And what's something she does that reminds you why this podcast works? Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
My brain immediately went to, well, Britney Spears. Okay. I was like, she does a lot of things that
She does a
annoys
lot of
me.
things that annoy me.
What was the second part? What was the
The
what
second
makes
Yeah, and what's something she does that reminds you why this podcast works?
so I'll answer the second question first.
He's like, I'm not saying that.
I think what makes this podcast work is that we have very good dialogue. We're able to like kind of feed off of each other's energies and like just like kind of
Yeah.
go with it, and like it can be chaotic and it can be uncomfortable and it can be hilarious, and
Yeah.
and we're just okay with that. And I think like
Laughing through the chaos.
laughing through the chaos, like I think we both use humor to
Yes.
to deal with awful things. Like there were times when we worked together where I feel like we would be chuckling at like the most inappropriate like I remember our supervisor being like, Chris and Brittany, like, you
Are you guys
good?
well?
Like what's going on?
Are you guys okay? No, we're not.
like what's so funny? Can't convert a PDF to a word or whatever that was.
God, I can't.
I can't. That was just insane to me. What's something you do that annoys me? You made me sit in the fucking sun for brunch. My God. I can't like that. I got so, I even, and you didn't even really acknowledge it. Like I sent you photos of me. I was like, I'm look at how burnt I am. Not that I needed acknowledgement, but I
said like, oh my God, but that was kind of it. Like I know it still didn't register in my brain that like you didn't want to be in the sun.
No, that's probably the most.
Yeah.
That's probably the most annoyed I've ever been. I'm like, girl, I just burned to a crisp and you're just like over here living your life, man. Like fuck off.
Like, look how brown I am. Look at my tan. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. Be honest. Have you ever recovered from strawberryta? No. Strawberryta kills babies. Smothers them, throws them over cliffs. Strawberryta is a menace to the AI world.
She's wild, but I've been enjoying watching the cherries lately.
The cherries, we got
some badass cherry bitches.
They do have some badass cherries right now.
I mean, they're also like I watched an apple today rip the earrings out of a peach's ear. So that
peaches don't have ears.
They do, most certainly do, because I saw the wounds from the like she walked up and yanked those earrings out. One? No, I will though.
God.
Strawberryta.
What's one opinion you've completely changed since starting this podcast?
Oh. Like
there's no context. What's one opinion you've completely changed since starting this podcast?
I actually have an answer to this.
Okay.
I've always been very hesitant about my online presence and how I choose to show up, because I'm normally like the Chris that you see here is like the Chris that's like not in my professional capacity, right? And I think like I have struggled, like there have been a couple of points where I'm like, oh my gosh, I just cussed. Like, what if my future employer like happens to look me up and see that? Like, are they gonna think I'm a monster or some mentally ill person? But I'm really trying to lean into separating my professional life from my personal life, because I don't want to box myself in, and I don't want to put myself in that professional seat 24/7.
Yeah.
And so I think one opinion that I've changed is my own opinion on like how I show up and being more comfortable with being open about some of my experiences, and just not being afraid to be that person and
Yeah.
put myself out there, because I don't think I ever even really expressed that to you, but there've been a couple of times where I'm like, oh gosh, like I can't believe I said that, and that's going to be out on the internet. People are going to save
I
it.
do it all the time.
They're going to share it, and I'm going to be like, oh, they're going to go to HR and I'm going to be canceled, and because we cancel everyone when we say something we don't like. But I think being open to being vulnerable, and hopefully like although we do laugh and joke, like I do hope that people find some value or some comfort or some little nugget that they can take and, you know, apply that to their own lives. So I think, yeah, just being more comfortable with having an online presence where I am more visible and where I'm being more vulnerable, and being okay with that. And you know, because like, yeah, I might joke, I might cuss, I might, you know, do things, but I still show up very professionally during my, you know, my career. And like, that doesn't make me any less of a professional. In fact, I think it likely makes me more human than anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. And I'm glad you're here. What's your most irrational fear? That fucking moth that attacked me. Knives. I hate moths. I hate knives. Those are my irrational fears. And
I know what my irrational fear is. It is water. I'm scared. Like well, not just water, but deep water. Like I will.
We talked about that when we talked about cruises.
I will never, I don't think I will, honestly, I do not think I will ever do a cruise. Like if I'm being 100% honest, like I know I said in that episode, like I would give it like 80% thought.
No, you said like 30% thought.
30% thought. Okay. That sounds like
accurate.
Yeah, no, I am irrationally scared of being eaten by a shark, or like what if there's like piranhas in there and they're all like attacking me, and like I feel that as I'm dying.
They're in the Amazon.
Well, what if I'm in the Amazon? Like what if I'm skydiving in the Amazon and I skydive into a piranha?
You know it's hot and humid in the Amazon.
Oh, well then I'm not going.
Okay, so no piranhas. What do you think about that girl who's rowing from California to Hawaii in a tiny little rowboat? Terrifying.
I would never.
Terrifying.
I would never.
Terrifying. And she like jumps off of her little rowboat to like free swim around to get. No, absolutely not.
Because I also like if I'm being honest, like one of the ways, like when I think about dying, because I have an issue with death and mortality. One of the ways that I'm like, I never want to go is drowning, because I feel like that would just be so painful. Awful. And it's like, no, I'm not going to ever put myself in a situation where I could be eaten by a creature, drowned, or just like freeze to death or boiled to death. Like water is just, it's dangerous. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Heard. What is the weirdest AI thing you've sent Chris? Actually, probably that man dressed up. Oh, that wasn't AI. That was a real man dressed up as Barney the dinosaur.
Oh,
I don't know about the weirdest
little dinosaur tail.
Yeah, I don't know about the weirdest AI thing that I've sent to Chris. I usually don't. Like I'll send like fruit AIs to him, but that's kind of right, like some of those. But like I would say, just as far as like some of the weird stuff, I don't really have a super weird per se algorithm. However,
that's me.
That's Chris all day.
You think my algorithm is
it's wild. But I did send him the other day like this man dressed in a purple leotard as Barney the dinosaur, just like singing songs, jumping on all of the rocks, and I was like, this is hilarious.
Didn't and you send me, or did I send it to you? Like I feel like one, I don't know, but there was one where some fruit threw her kid overboard on a boat. Was that you? Like, was that Strawberita?
I mean, probably. Probably. I mean,
I've seen so many at this point, and I normally send them all, so I'm like,
right. I'm like, I don't remember, but probably. What is the hardest episode you've ever recorded? I think I've recorded a lot of episodes at this point. I would say probably the two most difficult episodes I ever recorded were one of the very first ones where I talked about my second husband. That one was actually really, really, really brutal. And I panicked and I wanted to take it down. And I was so, so, so worried about it. And yeah, I just it definitely didn't paint me in a beautiful light. And I've, been very honest and vulnerable about the good and the bad that is me because that makes me human. But that one was really, it wasn't necessarily hard to record. I recorded it and didn't think anything of it. And then when I published it, I was like,
No.
yeah,
Gasp.
yeah, I worried about that one for a while. And then I think the more recently, since Chris has been on the podcast, I would say the one where I was talking to you about sort of my learning about my LGBTQ plus journey. Because again, doesn't always make me look very lovely, doesn't always paint me in such a nice light. And while I'm not a perfect person, I want people to believe that I'm a good person. And I think that when I have to say some of those things out loud that are true, doesn't always make me look like a good person. So I would say that that one was tricky. And again, you were very gracious and, I probably overthought that more than necessary, but that one was probably, those are the two that I don't even have to think about. I know those were hard.
I think for me, honestly, it's probably the episode where we talked about incarceration because when we were recording it, I didn't have too many big feels or anything. I was just yeah, we have family members that are incarcerated. But then I noticed afterwards, I was I actually, why do I feel like shit now?
Oh, no.
Why am I having these I started having some gross feelings.
No.
I think because honestly, it's a topic that I do not talk about a lot. And I think
Right.
I think I purposely go out of my way to
Yeah.
to not even bring it up unless and I don't even know how that would be brought up in a conversation. Hey, Chris, do you have any incarcerated family members?
Weird.
But no, it made me do a lot of thinking about those relationship dynamics and how it did kind of shape information that I choose to share and not to share with other people, and even my own upbringing and things just being very secretive and hush hush. And even to this day, I never, because I don't feel like it's my place to tell his story about how
Yes.
he got in there or why. And I purposely have kept that information to myself because it's hard and confusing. And yeah, I had a lot of feels with that afterwards. During, I was yeah, let's go. And then probably
Yeah.
a day or two afterwards, I was well, I'm depressed now.
No, that's awful.
Oh, I got over it.
Okay. As long as we're over it.
Yeah, no, we're good.
It's hard to be vulnerable for sure. I mean, I think even for people that are, I would say I'm very good at being vulnerable, and it's still very hard to be vulnerable because if we're vulnerable and honest about it,
makes it real.
It's we don't always handle things the best way. As much as we like to be I handled that flawlessly. No.
No crumbs left, period.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could go back and give 25-year-old you one piece of advice, what would it be? Well, I know that was 4 days ago for you, but what would you tell 25-year-old you?
Trust your instincts, trust your gut, and don't let other people influence your trajectory. Do what you want to do and what makes you happy, not what makes the people around you happy.
Love, 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 love. If I wasn't having two things in each of my hand, I would clap. I was obviously 25 much longer ago, and
only a year.
Only a year ago. I would truly, and I know this sounds so fucking cliche, But I would tell 25-year-old me that this gets better and you can handle whatever gets thrown your way.
Man, and isn't that the exact advice that, like, man, if someone were to walk up and tell that to me, I would just be like, "Get out of
Get out of
here."
my face.
Like, "No, you're lying, and I don't
Yes.
believe you."
Yes. And I've said that. I've said it before somewhere along the way. Like, I know that that is such a cliche thing to say, but time and time and time again, I have learned that that is true, that it does, that I can get through anything and that things get better. I mean, they maybe not better per se, but they change and,
Tolerable.
yeah, it's just the things that would have taken me down 20 years ago. Like, what? I wouldn't even bat an eyelash today at some of those things.
But the pasta sauce exploding is just that. Like, we can get through divorces, but this pasta sauce that's all over the floor, it's shattered glass shards. Like, it's done. The day's done. We're going to bed. I can't deal with it.
I actually had a less big reaction to that than I did whenever that cat knocked that bottle of wine down. Like, that was not cat, and that glass.
Wine's expensive.
Wine's expensive, but that glass bottle shattered like nobody's business. I've never seen anything like it. Anyway, but yeah, that would be truly it. It does. It gets different, and different is good. Who would survive longer in a zombie apocalypse and why? Me. 10 toes down.
You didn't even have a minute to think. Like me. Like, what if you don't know if I have like some hidden survival skills or talents, Brittany? Like, what if I knew how to like camouflage really well? What if I was like PETA? What if I was like PETA from the Hunger Games?
Do you?
I could paint myself to look like a rock.
Do you?
Well, I can't disclose that information because then the world would know my secrets.
All right, like I said, me.
But I can't survive without AC or a shower. Like after I do my 2-hour runs in the morning, I'm like, gross. I smell like sunscreen and sweat.
Yeah.
So I need I don't. Honestly, that's not a world I want to think I want to survive.
It would be me. I would do it.
So yes, I would probably you.
I got a plan. I got a system. I know things. And this world has spent this many years trying to take me down. I will do nothing but survive. It's the only thing I know how to do well. So here we are. If my depression didn't take me down, I'm not going to let a fucking zombie.
That meme of Kris Jenner when she's like getting out of the giant war tank and she's in a fur coat and she's has her iced coffee and like, I need a phone charger. Like, that would probably be me because you think I'm gonna live in the apocalypse without a fur coat to keep, like, what? It's gonna get cold at night. Like,
it's also gonna get really hot in the summer.
Well, someone's gonna have to carry my coat for me then. Like, I can't.
Mr. Zombie, can you carry this, please?
Oh my God.
Who's more likely to accidentally offend someone? Me. I don't know.
I know. So here's the thing about being gay too.
Yeah, I was like, Chris is gay, and that offends the
automatically. Yeah, it's just my existence is offensive to everyone.
I'm so sorry for that.
But where I was going with that is like, you can say what you want about people, but there are very few people in this world that are less vicious than a gay man. Even like lesbians and like people that are like bisexual and like I just feel, and maybe I'm putting a stereotype on my own community right now, but we are just ruthless. Like, I need to send you some TikToks of these two gay twins with their sister. I think I may have sent you some before. Yeah. They are cutthroat. Like, that one of the twins could walk in wearing a shirt and the other one would be like, you look like fucking shit. Yikes. Like, how do you look like that? You're actually going out wearing that? Like, no, you're not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, but that's not accidental. That's intentional.
I mean, I mean, hey, like sometimes, like if we get caught up in the moment, like it
Yeah.
can be accidental. So, but
Well,
maybe you.
probably me. Like accidentally, probably me, 100%. Like I think like I just talk and sometimes it offends people because I say things that make sense in my brain.
No,
And
you said words.
yeah, I mean, or
How dare you?
the tone, or like I'm really sarcastic. Like I've talked about before, like I'm really direct, that offends people. I'm really
Because
sarcastic,
you
that
didn't
offends
insert
people.
an emoji.
Right. And I can't talk in emojis. So, like I probably me, and definitely not intentionally. Like I'm really not an intentionally harmful human. I go out of my way to not be intentionally harmful. What's something you've had to forgive yourself for?
Question. Something I've had to forgive myself for. I think for me, something that I have had to forgive myself for actually. Actually, it relates back to my dad. So when my dad died, I remember, and this sticks out to me because he died on my junior prom night, actually, and
That's tough.
so I originally wasn't gonna go to prom, and I was like, I'm not going. Like, it's not my thing. I don't wanna do
Mm,
it. And I don't know how, but some of my friends were like, "You gotta go. Like, we'll go as a group. Like, it'll be fun. Like, all this." And I was like, "Ugh, fine, I'll go." And so I last minute kind of decided to go to prom. And I was like telling my dad, I was like, I need money. I need to go get a tux. I need to get fitted. I need to do all these things. And he was like, no, you waited too late. You don't get that. Like, you can go, like, I don't know, go to like Kohl's and get like a button up shirt or something. And I was so mad. I didn't talk to him.
mm,
And then he died.
that's tough. That's
My my last
brutal.
my last conversation with him was me being angry that he wouldn't give me money, or
Mm,
so I literally I stopped talking to him. And it's ironic because a couple days had went by and like I hadn't heard anything from him, and my mom was kind of freaking out because she was like, this is unusual. And I was still angry, and I was like, he's probably just doesn't have cell service. Like, he's probably just delivering, because he was a truck driver at some,
mhm.
and he traveled all over the
Yeah.
state, like Texas, Chicago, all the places. And so I was like, he's probably just up in the mountains. Like, give him time. Like, don't freak out. And my mom was like obviously freaking out.
Yeah.
And then, come to find out, like I remember I sent him, because after like 3 or 4 days, I ended up sending him a text, and I was like, hey, can you call mom? She's free. Like, it was still
Yeah.
like, it wasn't like, are you okay? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love you. I miss you. It was like, can you call mom and just tell her you're okay? Like, she's freaking out.
Yeah.
Of course, I never got a response back because he had died.
That's awful, Chris.
Yeah, it is. It's something, and I do forgive myself for that, because I think I spent many years of my life feeling guilty and
Yeah.
feeling like I could have, I should have, but I reframe it now to be like, I was a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I was upset that I couldn't get the tux that I wanted for prom, and my brain at that point in time, like, that was that was the biggest, like the worst thing that could ever happen, because like my
Mhm.
friends were ready, I wanted to go, and because I had decided too late, like, it was a big deal and became this big thing. And I spent a lot of the years being angry with myself and feeling guilty of like, I should have said I loved you one more time. I should have approached that way differently. And logically, 29-year-old Chris knows that.
Yeah.
But I have reframed it, because I was a 16-year-old boy. My brain wasn't, I didn't have the capacity, quite honestly, to see further than what I was doing in my junior year of high school. I no longer, blame myself for having what I feel is probably a normal reaction for a
Mhm.
teenager to have.
Yeah.
It was a tragic, like, how it all unfolded, but I have forgiven myself, because it's like, I didn't know, you didn't know that. And I
Yeah.
think if anything, it taught me that, you shouldn't leave life, and you shouldn't have bad blood, like if you can try to fix it. Like, it actually taught me a really important, I think, lesson in my
Yeah.
life, and I try to take that with me now, and I've turned it from this very sad, tragic thing into like, this was a learning opportunity for me, and now I can do better and I can show up better.
Mhm.
And I forgive myself because I was young, and again, 16-year-old boy, like
Yeah.
I need to give myself some grace for that.
Right. Absolutely. That one's tough. Thank you for sharing that. That's a tough one. Let me scroll around and see if I can lighten it up a minute.
You're like, God.
Who's more likely to cry over a TikTok?
Me. I really think it's me. Like, I see anything hard. Brittany, I was sitting on the couch and I showed Ryan a montage of Heartstopper, and I started crying because I'm like, it's almost over. I'm gonna cry now. Like, I can't. Like, I can't even think about it being almost over. Like, I can't do it. Yeah, I cry. I can cry pretty easily, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
things just make me cry.
I think I think I cry over very different things, but, like, I cry at TikToks all the time. Like, I see people, like, dancing, like, ballet or something, and I'm like, "That's incredible," and I'll cry. I'll see, like, cute little animals running around, and I'll cry. Like, the things that make me, like, warm and fuzzy inside,
Yeah.
cry. So, I think, yeah, big feelings when you're doom scrolling. It's not as mindless as people say it is.
No, like, you never know what you're gonna get too. Like, I was like, when I saw Strawberita throw that kid over the,
That
like,
was awful.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is so traumatizing.
That was actually awful. I lost my spot. How many cats is too many cats? 4. I have 4 and it's too many. I'm not getting rid of them, but I have them and it's too many.
I
Don't
say
get 4.
one. I just my thing with cat. So here's my thing with cats. It's the litter box. I can't. That is the one. Like, if I could train my cat to go outside in the backyard like our dogs do, it would not be a problem. But the litter, the smell,
Mhm.
and like, I know they make better litter boxes that are like all techy, and they say it doesn't smell. I just don't believe it. I can't prove that because I haven't been around one, because I just choose not to.
Yeah.
But it's the litter box for me.
Sure. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of upkeep. That is true. But I also take my dog on a walk and she will go to the bathroom 3 or 4 times and I have to bend over and pick all that up too. So, just perpetually forever cleaning up after things.
Something else.
Something. Yeah. Children, cats, dogs, whatever. There's so many. What's your favorite thing about your co-host? What's my favorite thing?
I'm sure you have so many things.
So many.
Honestly.
That's why I'm like, God, how do I even just narrow it down? Well, not to say what you said earlier, but I think like the way we can banter and like play off of one another and joke around and it be lighthearted and it not be like offensive. Like I think we do gel very well together in that sense. And it's funny and it's easy, right? Like I think when people think
we don't have to try. Like,
no, it's just there.
It flows.
Yeah. And I think, when people think of like, oh, I just want an easy relationship, those relationships are usually pretty superficial. And I would never call our relationship superficial. We have very deep conversations. We've always had very deep conversations and it's still very like easy.
Yeah.
Easy. So I think like that's that. And like you have a way of, like it never gets too serious. You have a way of not letting it get too serious because in pops Sabrina Carpenter and
yep, we gotta keep dimming the lights. It's interesting that you say that, because similarly, I think one thing that I appreciate about you is like, we can joke and be like, oh my God, like this is insane, blah 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 blah. But I remember, like, I had texted you a week or two ago and I was having a little bit of a hard morning, and I just honestly, I just needed someone to hear my thoughts. I needed someone to talk to, and you gave me a lot of good, like, and supportive, like, advice and insight and helped keep me grounded. And so I appreciate that we can show up for that way, like when we need to, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all sunshine and rainbows until it's not,
Until it's
right?
not. Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we got to put on like our serious cap for like just a second.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that. Sometimes we're crying on bathroom floors, and
Naked and cold and
I meant me crying on your bathroom floor,
yeah, that
but yours too.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your bathroom floor sees a lot. What's something your listeners, what's something, words, what's something listeners know about you that your coworkers probably don't? What's something listeners know about? So many things.
So many things.
So many things. Like,
Half the stuff I've just said in the last
yes,
20
absolutely.
minutes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That, like, so many things. Who would make who would make the better cult leader?
I think it depends on the type of cult.
What kind of cult?
I'm not gonna lie. Like if we had like a pop culture, like
Pop culture cult?
I am the ringleader. Like I will pick everyone's outfits. We will worship the Sabrina Carpenter candles before we eat every meal. I think I would be a wonderful cult leader, actually. I'd be very supportive.
A supportive cult leader. I don't think I would be a good cult leader, so I'll let you have that one. How do you keep caring for other people without completely burning yourself out?
That question's exhausting.
We're done.
Oh boy.
Cut the lights.
Cut the oh my god, there's a meme that I have of Barney the dinosaur and he has like the what do you call those black and white things where they're like cut action.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they have I don't know what they're called, but
I don't know what they're called.
but I have a meme of Barney and he's like squinting and he's like, cut, what the fuck was that? And that's what I just thought of when you did that. Gosh. I think you need to find a way to almost compartmentalize. Am I saying that right?
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, that word. At least for me, because I think especially working in human services, social work, like the helping profession in general, I think we have a tendency to become very enmeshed in other people and other people's lives. And I think quite honestly, I have used that as a way to not deal with my own stuff because I'm like, I'm a fixer. I'm a problem solver. Let me do this for you. Let me help you with this. But then when it comes back to myself, it's like, oh no, I don't want to. No, I don't have any problems. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I think being able though to like, in a odd way, I almost think it kind of gives me life. It kind of actually energizes me because like yes, it can be exhausting and heavy, but I find so much fulfillment out of supporting others, and I still do that in my day-to-day job. Like I may not be working directly with clients anymore, but I work with the people that serve those clients.
Yeah.
And I have people cry and tell me all kinds of like how they don't feel supported, how they're burnt out, how there's not enough resources. And like, I have to hear that every day. And, for me, I love being in a role where I can like be that support person. And even if it's just for a few minutes, right? Like I may not be like your direct supervisor or anything like that, but let me give you some nuggets here on like, oh, here's, if I were in your situation, and that's if they ask for advice. Like, I'm not just going to go and say, oh, do X, Y, and Z because not everyone necessarily wants to be told, they just kind of want someone to listen. But I think like, yeah, I'm able to separate that out much better now than I think I have been. So I think it's just, it's just something to be aware of. Like it can be really hard and it can be exhausting, but at the end of the day, for me, like if I can, impact one person's life, would make one person's day just a little bit better, I will continue to do that and I will continue to show up in that way.
I think for me, I have worked really hard to build a support network around me that is helpful in a lot of different ways. And part of that support is obviously like my therapist and making sure that I'm choosing relationships and friendships that I find value in and that also don't steal from my bucket, right? Like, because my bucket is usually pretty depleted by the end of the day. And I really need to be able to surround myself with people that I can pour into and that they pour back into me, and that is very helpful. And then there's nights where I go home and I don't want to talk to anybody. Don't say any words. Nobody say one word to me. I'm not answering my phone. I'm not doing anything. I'm not responding to a text because I just need to, like, I just
You need
need
that space.
I
You
need
need
that
that space.
space. And so I think it's also taken a lot of work to like learn me, like really get to know myself intimately about what I need for me and what's helpful, and to be able to like set those boundaries for myself. So I think, and then I'm able to like get up and do it all over again, right? And there is a piece about being able to like compartmentalize a little bit, that like there is a like a Brittany outside of the role of helping people, and I have to take care of her too. Like she's just as important as anything. So, uh, but that's taken a lot of work for sure. Okay, there's so many, but like, let me see if I can find one, like one more, maybe two more. Oh, I have some rapid fire ones too.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So, last big question. It was more of like a follow up from a different episode, it looks like. So, you talked about incarceration before, but what do people still not understand about what families go through? I think, like, from my end, right? Like, we've been doing it so long with the in and out and the back and forth. And I think it really takes a toll on the family as far as like hope goes, because you get out and it's like, oh, we have hope that you're going to be better, and then you go back in and it's like, okay, what do we do now? And then you get out and you're going to be better, and so it's just like this back and forth. And when you start to like chip away at the hope of a family, then the support starts to fall apart. I think it causes a lot of animosity within family members, because when people start to set their boundaries, like I've seen this personally, like I've had to set very firm boundaries, and it's caused a lot of problems.
Why
Not
aren't
a,
you more involved? Why aren't you showing up? Why aren't you doing X, Y, and Z? Because
yes,
I'm fucking tired.
because I'm tired. I can't.
And I don't have any more to give, honestly.
Yeah,
Like, I gave what I could.
I gave what I could for as long as I could, and now I can't. And so then it starts to cause other interfamilial problems. And I think depending on like what your role in the family is, I think that also looks very, very different, right? I think it's very difficult for a parent, because you want to keep showing up as a parent. And then it's like you just keep getting kicked in the teeth over and over and over again. But like, you're the parent and you want to show up and you want to, like, this is your baby. Like, this is your baby. And at what point do you say, yes, this is my baby and I can't help my baby anymore? I don't know where that is. Like, I don't know. Like, that's an impossible line. And then, like, for me as a sister and the oldest, right? Like, I want to support you. I want to do this. I'm a helper. This is what I do. I'm a social worker, right? So, like, I want to give,
100%.
I want to give and give and give and give and give. And it causes a lot of, it, it costs money, it costs relationships, it costs a lot of animosity. And it's really hard for a family to navigate each other when this person is away. Like, I know in the episode you had said, like, I think a hard part is that like life keeps going on, and life does keep going on.
It doesn't just stop.
It doesn't just stop, but life keeps going on. And now there's a lot of other complicating factors that a family has to deal with within itself. And not everybody's aligned. And so now everybody's at odds. And that's hard. It's like you just go and you drop a grenade and you walk away from it. You don't have to deal with that. And everybody else is cleaning up the pieces and pulling out the shrapnel and all of that. And it sucks.
And it gets messy too, because it's like I think some people are going to have different perspectives, right? I know, like, in my family, like, my parents had different perspectives on my brother than I did. And I know that my sisters had different perspectives. And like you said, it kind of creates a very tense barrier. And it's like, if everyone's not on the same page, then it becomes this whole big thing. And like, then people start pointing fingers. And it's like, why are we all fighting amongst ourselves when we should be the ones that are somewhat united, at least?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we all
Yeah.
have our perspectives. And, I have seen it to where, like, some parents will continue to fight and fight and fight for their child, for getting them out and doing all the things. And, at some point, I think, like, whether you're a sibling, an uncle, an aunt, a sister, whatever that looks like, it's got to be okay for us as individuals to be like, I'm done now. Like, mom and dad, like, I'm sorry. I wish you the best as you continue to fight
Yeah.
for whoever,
Yeah.
but I need to take a step back. And it doesn't mean that I don't care. It just means that I need to personally be done with this now.
Yes.
Because I've seen the cycle. I've seen all I have
Mhm.
to, like, I've given all I can give. And if you have more to give, that's great. But right now, like, I just don't.
I just don't. All right. I got some rapid fires.
Okay.
Lighten it up as we wrap it up. All right. Just coffee or tea?
Tea.
Coffee. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Sun. I like them both. I like both. Phone call or text?
Text.
Text. Sweet or salty?
Salty.
Salty. Mountains or beach?
Oh, mountains. I'm not
Mount-
going to the beach.
Mountains. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
I get somewhere along the way I became a weird cat lady. But I like them both. Like, I like my dog. I like your dogs. I love my cats. Books or podcasts?
Books.
Yeah. I've gotten really into podcasts, but I
There's just
read a
something
lot.
about a book. I don't know. I
like to read. I like to hold a book. I like the way a book smells. The pages smell. Netflix or YouTube?
Ooh. Oh God. Oh God. No, don't make me pick. God, Netflix, I guess, but it barely.
Netflix for me. I don't really know how to YouTube. A hoodie or blazer?
Hoodie.
Hoodie. I have a blazer hoodie because I wish I could wear a hoodie to work every day and I can't. And so I found a blazer hoodie. And so I can throw this blazer on and it has like a hoodie and the sweatshirt with it too. And I'm like, oh, now I'm chic and I have a blazer and a hoodie on. Sneakers or boots?
Sneakers.
Boots. Summer or winter?
Neither.
Fall.
I'm in autumn.
I like fall too. But I mean, I prefer winter.
I guess summer.
If the summer had no sun.
Look, I hate the cold. I hate the heat. I need something in between.
He needs a climate controlled storage room. Introvert or extrovert?
I feel like I'm in the middle.
Yeah. I thought they named it.
There's a term for that.
There's a term for it, and I am that, but I think I am surprisingly more introverted than people think I am. Like, I think people believe, like, hands down, that I'm an extrovert, and I am far more introverted than people believe.
I think I'm probably more extroverted.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Early bird. Cook at home or takeout?
Takeout. Reluctantly, like,
right.
I don't like cooking. I like baking, but like, if I want to smash a double bacon burger from Culver's with the large fry,
I know when you said that the other day, I was like,
I did that like on Friday.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna binge eat Culver's, and it
sounded good
okay.
too. It sounded good. Target or Amazon?
Amazon.
TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
Reality TV or documentary?
Documentary.
I feel like I consume a lot of both. Like, reality TV is a lot of the only TV I can watch after work, so I like both. Wine or mocktail? Wine.
What kind of mocktail?
Whatever you want.
Mocktail?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do mocktail.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
French toast.
French toast.
But
That's not an option, Brittany.
Waffles, 100%.
Pancakes.
Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Pizza. First, call first or just show up? Call first. Like, who just shows up?
Yeah.
Criminal. That's criminal behavior. If you just show up at my door, criminal. Criminal.
Don't ever do that.
Don't ever do that. Who does that? Yikes. I guess if you lived next door to me, right? If you were my next door neighbor, you can come knock on my door. But like, if you had to drive to get there, I don't know why you just showed up. That's crazy making. Brittany or Sabrina?
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Sabrina, hands
Brittany.
down. God, nah.
Really? I don't like Sabrina Carpenter's music.
I just don't believe you.
I
think you secretly like her.
I don't. Okay. Boundaries or people pleasing? Boundaries. Deep conversations or dumb conversations?
Depends on the day.
I was like, why can't we have both? This entire podcast is built on both of them. Like, we can talk about incarceration and Gerald the dolphin. Like, we can do both things. Two things can be true.
Gerald's still out there.
He is, I heard. Hummingbirds or butterflies? Hummingbirds. Couch or desk?
Couch?
Like,
my couch. I want my couch. Like, I got a heated couch with massage features.
I know, but like, we're using those two items for two very different things. Anyways, read minds or be invisible.
I'm nosy. I want to read minds.
But if you were invisible, you could also get the same information.
Yeah, but like, if I'm talking to someone, like, I want to know, like, you know,
everything they're thinking.
Yeah,
too.
like, what if they're like they're saying like, oh yeah, Chris, I totally agree, but then in their head they're like, yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Oh, I
want to know that.
Okay, I want your answer too then. I was going to say be invisible, but I like your logic. Unlimited money or unlimited vacation?
Okay, but okay, so if I have unlimited money, I could already take unlimited vacation. So unlimited money.
Yeah, unlimited money. And you want two more?
Sure.
Morning shower or night shower?
Probably morning.
I like morning.
Yeah.
Be famous or be anonymous? Famous.
I want to be famous.
Duh. Okie dokie. There was so much more. We had so many things, but
we'll have to go back and do some more.
Yeah,
I like this.
Those are fun. I hope you enjoyed our little Ask Me Anything. I will release this. I will be on vacation when this comes out. We'll talk about that when I return because it's not really a vacation.
Ooh, to be continued.
TBD. With that, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. New episodes come out every Monday.
Don't be afraid to be great. Toodles, poodles, bye.
Bye.